human remains discovered last week in Ottawa County, and a lot of pharmacies across Kansas closed for the day as workers meet with lawmakers. KOIM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, medical examiners in Ottawa County, Oklahoma identified the human remains discovered last week. Plus, pharmacy workers in Kansas bring concerns of third-party administrators before lawmakers today. And Joplin police respond to a car crash into a storm drain access.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Medical examiners identify human remains discovered last week in northeast Oklahoma. This is KOIM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Last Friday, the Quapaw National Marshal Service responded to a call regarding the discovery of human remains found in rural Ottawa County, just north of Commerce, Oklahoma. Medical examiners searched the area and collected the remains for possible identification. Today, the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the identity of the remains to be those of Aubrey Austin Dameron, an enrolled member of the Cherokee Nation. Dameron was last seen during the early morning hours on March 9th of 2019. She was leaving her mother's home in the Grove area with plans to meet someone. She was 25 years old at the time. Aubrey's missing person case has stretched on for nearly 6 years. In November of 2019, cadaver dogs got a hit at a pond in nearby shed in Delaware County, leading to an extensive search that came up empty. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, another gloomy, dreary day for us today. The on and off drizzle, couple light little showers, fog. We still have the fog out there right now. 47, though, was our high. Started at 36. 47 is where we should top out for this time of the year. Let's go outside. Most of us low to mid 40s. It is foggy. We go through these bouts where it's a little thicker. Some areas not quite as thick. Right now, our thickest is in our southern counties, but this is going to kind of build back in. After midnight tonight, a lot of areas will have visibilities under a half a mile, under a quarter of a mile. So if you are going to be out late tonight into tomorrow, watch out for that. And we do have the drizzle, but you can see temperatures are above freezing. We're going to stay above freezing as we go through the overnight hours. Actually, a few light little showers kind of passed through earlier, but again, we're going to stick around with the drizzle tonight. Maybe even some snow in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in a bit.
See you in a few. More than 100 pharmacies across Kansas closed today as workers met with state legislators in Topeka. Pharmacists hope to bring to light their concerns regarding pharmacy benefit managers, better known as PBMs. KOIM Samantha Walker has details.
PBMs are third-party administrators for health insurers' prescription programs. They're supposed to help negotiate for better drug prices and help determine rebates for pharmacies. But locally owned pharmacies say major PBM companies now own their own pharmacies and insurance companies and are driving their business away. Wolker Drugs in Baxter Springs is just one pharmacy hoping to inspire legislation that would help support locally owned pharmacies and bring more transparency and fairness to market.
What we hope for with that bill is that we actually continue to have patient access. And then what we hopefully is kind of stem away from some of the business practices that the PBMs are doing that are having an impact in closing community pharmacies throughout the state of Kansas.
Caswell tells us their day at the Capitol was very successful advocating for PBM reform. He says they have lots of support from the legislature. In the studio, Samantha Walker, KOIM News.
The Southwest Center in Webb City has received a $4.3 million grant to combat teacher shortages in Missouri. According to the U.S. Department of Education, the rate at which Missouri teachers are leaving their position is above the national average. This federally funded grant, called the TQP, or Teachers Quality Partnership Program, allows any individual who currently holds a bachelor's in any field to go back to school to get a master's in teaching.
We have 2 cohorts, so we have 30 people in each cohort, and they'll get through that program in 2.5 years. They'll stay locally in our own school districts, so they're living and serving the communities we serve. So we're able to meet that diversity and the needs of our area students.
The grant, approved in October, will be awarded through the next 5 years. Take a look at what happened when a car slammed into a storm drain access in Joplin today. This crash happened around 8 a.m. near 15th and Campbell Parkway. Police say the car left the road going sideways, slammed into that large storm drain access, overturning the car. The driver was uninjured. The Public Works Department had to bring a backhoe to the site to place the nearly 3,500-pound lid back on the storm drain access. Crowder College brought the Southwest Skills USA Welding competition to Joplin today. Nearly 40 students from technical schools in Southwest Missouri are competing on the high school side. Crowder College and Ozark Technical College competed on the post-secondary level. Judges say they're looking for a variety of criteria from competitors.
Today, regardless of what we do, students are measuring, problem solving, critically thinking, doing all of those things that ensure that they are going to be a good fit for the welding field. So we're getting them ready as close as we can for what they're going to experience when they go to work for a contractor.
The competition will be spread throughout the area in the next 2 weeks. The competition in Joplin wraps up tomorrow. Participants look to earn a spot in the state competition later this semester. Oak Mission High School in Oklahoma has a not-so-secret weapon on the boys basketball team. You're going to meet him a little bit later, but up first.
The Trump administration's cuts to the federal workforce and foreign aid sparked protests nationwide. I'm Erica Brown at the White House with more on the reduction efforts led by Elon Musk and the fallout.
Just over 2 weeks in, the second Trump administration is sparing no time to assert control and force change across parts of the federal government. Today, protesters took to the streets across the U.S., speaking out against many of the president's moves and proposals. Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
Across the U.S., protesters gathered to speak out against some of the Trump administration's actions in the first weeks of the president's second term.
Immigrants are welcome here. Hey, hey, no fear.
Some focused on President Trump's plans to deport millions of undocumented immigrants, while others called out billionaire Elon Musk's efforts to help Trump shrink the federal government.
Elon Musk has got to go.
Members of Musk's Doge team, who are not government employees, have access to a treasury system that handles trillions of dollars in grants, Social Security, and other payments to millions of Americans. In another move, the administration directed all overseas projects at USAID, the agency that provides foreign humanitarian aid, to be halted, and its more than 10,000 employees were told they were being placed on leave.
USAID projects play an integral part of America's foreign policy objectives, and we do all of this with less than 1% of the national budget.
At the White House today, President Trump didn't elaborate on his proposal for the U.S. to take control of and rebuild Gaza while having some 2 million Palestinians leave the territory.
Everybody loves it.
In his remarks Tuesday, Trump said Gaza could be a Riviera of the Middle East, suggesting Palestinians could be resettled in neighboring countries.
The president has made it clear that they need to be temporarily relocated out of Gaza for the rebuilding of this effort. Again, it's a demolition site right now. It's not a livable place for any human being.
The White House press secretary appeared to walk back the proposal and said the president had not committed to putting boots on the ground in Gaza. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Since the inauguration, President Trump has offered buyouts to 2 million federal workers. He's eliminated 16 inspectors general and fired Justice Department officials who investigated him. A little later, some students in Carl Junction didn't stash their appreciation for their favorite coach today.
Plus, we have some more fog and drizzle, which is going to be rotating through. We're going to look at that coming up.
Here online at roperkia.com, and remember, keep it frosty.
Well, of course, another dreary day outside for us today. We had periods of fog, drizzle across the region, even a few light showers. At times, a nice shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. Of course, we are looking downtown Joplin, and the fog is going to be sticking around tonight. There'll be periods that's a little bit thicker, but if you are going to be out, just make sure you are careful as it lowers the visibility. Dense fog advisory in effect through tomorrow morning. This fog will start to burn off during the morning hours, but this includes everybody across the four-state area. Visibilities have come up a little bit over the past couple hours, but will drop again. Especially after midnight, we'll get some denser fog, which is going to build in some visibilities under a quarter, under a half a mile into tomorrow morning, and then things look better. All right, big swing in temperatures from 37 in Yates Center to 55 in Cassville and Bentonville, and then you got 40s in between, but at least we are above freezing. Here's 7th and Rangeline sitting at 44. Visibility has come up to 2 miles, so at least a little bit better. Socked in with the clouds, had a few light little showers. Of course, we've had the drizzle. Drizzle's very hard to pick up on the radar. The water droplets are so small, but still some pockets of light showers and drizzle pushing through. Here's our next little wave building out across the northern parts of the plains. Very weak again, but it will give us more clouds, more drizzle as we go into, let's say Friday into Saturday as that next system makes it in. All right, by morning, cold front slides in. We'll be above freezing, some light showers popping up, and drizzle during the morning hours. This will all shove to the south. Once we get to the noon hour, sunshine, northern counties. I think mostly cloudy skies, northern counties, partly sunny as we get into the afternoon. So at least we get a break from the drizzle. High temps, upper 40s. Clear skies tomorrow evening. Clouds build back in tomorrow night. And we got more drizzle, which is going to start to push in. Light showers and drizzle into Friday afternoon. This is going to stick around Friday evening, Friday night, into Saturday morning, and then this whole system will start to shift through. We'll get another front Saturday morning, but Saturday afternoon looks okay. Colder air works in for Super Bowl Sunday. Look at the rain just to our south. I'll keep it dry for now, but we're going to be socked in with the clouds across the region. On Monday, better chances for some wintry weather, especially along and north of I-44. We'll have to see how far south this goes, but late Monday evening, Monday night into Tuesday morning, sleet, freezing rain, light snow mix, but there could be some accumulations, especially north of I-44. Then another little bout tries to roll in on Wednesday. So we have a lot to watch over the next couple days. 45 in the morning, 48 by noon. High temp, 49 degrees, 46 on Friday, 57 on Saturday, but that's going to be in the morning. We'll drop back to about 50 during the afternoon. Cooler on Super Bowl Sunday, wintry mix. Monday, snow showers again. Wednesday, and possibly next Saturday. So we're getting into that active stretch of the pattern.
It is still winter, after all.
It is.
Thanks, Doug. In the heat of the high school basketball season, a lot of teams are fighting to be the top of their league. But Anthony Saviello brings us the story of a team in Oklahoma focused more on having fun on the court and the student who's leading the charge.
In the heart of Delaware County lies Oaks, Oklahoma, home of the Warriors. On the basketball court, there's one Warrior in particular who stands out above the rest.
Eugene's attentiveness to everything you tell him is top notch. He wants to be first. He wants to be there on time. He wants to get out there and lead by example and do the right things.
Eugene Zool, better known as Splash, is a freshman determined to do his best on and off the court without losing his smile.
He's always happy. He just brings everybody joy on the team. He's just a fun guy to be around.
Zool gets his nickname because of shots like this. Afterwards gaining some popularity from other students.
They want to take selfies with me.
According to Coach, despite their challenges, this Oaks Mission team is resilient.
They're still engaged in that. You know, it's not about how many times you get hit and knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up, and these kids prove that. You know, they get up and come back every day.
Teammates say Eugene is the one leading the way.
We're having a bad game, he'll always be there and making everybody laugh and just having a good time. No matter what mood we're in, we'll always be happy when we're around him.
And he's doing it with some of the nicest shoes on the court.
You got to tell me about the Jordans, because I love those Jordans, dude. Tell me about it. How'd you get them?
I had one of the teachers named Miss Erica. She gave them to me. Yeah.
In Oaks, Oklahoma, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Great story. Eugene will not only be playing again this Friday, he'll also be part of the homecoming court. Wish him well. Still ahead, it's the first National Signing Day of 2025, and several of our local high schools have student athletes heading to the next level. We're going to hear from them up next in sports.
Today is the initial signing date for incoming college freshmen planning to play Division I or II football. Well, a ton of high school seniors from across the 4 states they put pen to paper this afternoon and this morning for football and for several other sports. We start at Lamar High School, where 3 Tigers signed letters of intent this morning. Grace Scoville signs with William Penn University to join their cheer team. Per se Sewell signed with Drury University for stunt. That's one of the fastest growing female sports in the country. And Alex Wilkerson signs with Emporia State football.
They're very close. It's like a family team. Like they show like the connections there they have. Like they were so close when I got to go meet them. Like they all have great communications with each other.
They just had such a great atmosphere, and they were all close together, all best friends. They all could easily talk to each other, and it's just kind of the family I was looking for.
Atmosphere in their defense, they play a lot with 5 DBs, so I'll be in and out of the box sometimes, coming down, tackling, and just the historic part.
Meanwhile, over at Carthage High School, a couple of Tiger football players signed letters of intent with Pittsburgh State. The Gorillas pick up commitments from both tight end Carson Murray and defensive lineman Trevor Meadows, who are each excited to make an impact as soon as possible in Pittsburgh.
I see Pitt and I think championship football. I want to be a part of that, and they had a desire to come get me as a player, and that's what I really like. Very stressful, lots of schools were texted, and they just hit me with the biggest want.
I mean, it's nice, from the beginning, it's always a thought, it'd be great to go play college ball with your buddy. But when I got the offer early and he didn't, so we were over the summer and over the football season, we were never sure. But then towards the end of the season, when he finally got the offer from him, it was great to know that there's about a 99% chance after we'd be going together.
Then at Joplin High School, how about this? 10 Eagle seniors signed this afternoon. Ayanna Kroll, Averis Kuhn-Wofford, Dominic Leisman, Cutler Schwarting, Davin Thomas, Fia Vogel, Brock Waghorn, Brennan Washington, Alex Witten, and Gwen Samanzadeh. They represent 9 different colleges and universities, spanning across 5 different sports: basketball, baseball, golf, football, and track and field.
I think they have an excellent program. They're really good at getting guys to the next level, and I love the atmosphere with the coaches and the players.
I would say what really sold me was the coaches. They were such great people with big personalities. It was instant connection.
I've always been around Missouri Southern. It's local, I'm local, and the program's great. So being able to stay here, most cost effective, plus it's just a great program, so there's no reason not to want to go there.
I just really, in my visit, I just thought it was a great place, great environment, good coaching, so I just really thought it was a good thing for me.
And elsewhere in Missouri, this afternoon, Liberal High School senior Taylor Swarns signs her letter of intent to continue her basketball career at NEO. Now, Swarns eclipsed 1,500 career points in a game in her career earlier this season, and she helped lead the Lady Bulldogs to an appearance in the Class 1 Final Four last spring.
Yeah, I had a lot of local looks and offers, but NEO came down to it, and it just felt like a family. I really liked their coaching staff and facilities and everything, and I think academically wise, I'll fit in well there.
And moving over to Kansas, Girard High School senior Scott Moore will play Division I college football next fall. He signs this afternoon with the University of Delaware. Now, Moore received attention from multiple different Division I FBS schools, but he feels that Delaware is just the perfect fit.
None of them stuck out quite like Delaware did. I went out there and it felt like home, so I made it my own pretty much. So that's how it was, and I'm just excited to keep playing football. There was a small stint during my high school. I felt like I wasn't going to make it to the college level, which really disappointed me because I love football, but I finally get to continue my football and education, so I'm pretty excited about that.
And the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles, both of them making some final preparations for Super Bowl 59. This afternoon, both teams hold practice and they release their injury report. Here's a look at the Chiefs' injury report. It's a pretty short list, which you like to see at any point in the year, but especially now. Everybody is a full participant except for wide receiver Sky Moore. Back to some of those high school signings that we were at today. Again, for family members, friends of anybody who is there, you can also check out all that stuff on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com.
So many great comments from those young athletes. Very well spoken. You know they
Very
have bright
much so.
futures ahead of them. And kudos to the sports team for getting all of that.
Of course.
We'll be right back. Students and teachers at Carl Junction Intermediate School took inspiration from Andy Reid today as part of Chiefs themed Spirit Week ahead of the Super Bowl. Students were encouraged to dress up as the famous coach for Reid Wins Day. Teachers and students went all in, incorporating Reid's famous mustache, glasses, and catchphrases into their costumes.
I just decided, well, my mom told me it was Andy Reid or Red Carpet Day, and I chose Andy Reid, and she just grabbed my dad's coat, shoved a pillow inside, and drew on this mustache, and I have a hat on with my blue light glasses, and that's really how I came up.
I think that's what Andy Reid does. He stuffs a pillow into his shirt and then draws on a mustache. Tomorrow's theme is Three-Peat Thursday. Students and staff will wear 3 pieces of the same color to encourage another Chiefs Super Bowl win. Why not? Enjoy it, kids. It could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Weather looking kind of dreary again.
It is. Drizzle sticking around tonight into the morning hours. May get a little bit of sunshine during the afternoon, which would be nice. Kind of cloudy, drizzly again on Friday, even into Saturday morning. And then we got to watch for snow chances 3 times next week.
Wow, yeah, winter not over yet. Final sports note.
Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern basketball both are back in action tomorrow. The Lions are in Joplin taking on Newman. The Gorillas are in Pittsburgh. They're taking on Emporia State.
Looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.